Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today what I'm going to be discussing is my personal top 5 ways to reduce frizz. So I get a lot of questions from a lot of, females and, curly girls of how do you get rid of frizz? How do you reduce it? Because frizz is a big issue for a lot of curly girls. It's, it could be from the weather, it could be from the products you're using. It's a wide range, but I narrowed it down to my top 5 ways that you can reduce the frizz and have a little bit more definition to your hair. Number 1, we have deep conditioning, deep conditioning, deep conditioning. I cannot emphasize it enough. I remember when I first started out and all I did when I watched YouTube videos of how to reduce frizz, how to get popping curls, whatever it was, they emphasized deep conditioning. And I used to sit there and be like, okay, yeah, okay, get that, yada, yada, yada. But then when I actually started to do it, it really does help a lot. And you have to, I've seen some people where they do deep conditioners twice a week, and there are some that might go a little bit further than that. But I only do mine once a week, and I've definitely seen results. Literally, to deep condition your hair and to go through your routine, all you need to deep condition is like 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes max. And it also depends on the deep conditioner you get, but deep conditioning helps so much. It adds moisture and the nutrients back to your hair that you need, so that way you consistently have that moisture, so that way your hair gets used to it and it'll start to show more definition because the moisture is getting back into your hair. Number 2, sleeping with a bonnet or sleeping with a satin bonnet or sleeping on a satin pillowcase is definitely beneficial, because when you sleep on a cotton pillowcase or polyester, whatever material it is, it takes the moisture from your hair. So if you're not covering your hair, that's why your hair is frizzy the next morning and your curls can't stay consistent through the next day, because they frizz up so much that you lose all the definition you worked for. So, and I also suggest the pillowcase, that's kind of preference. I just do a pineapple at the end of the night, and after I do the pineapple, all I do is just put my satin bonnet on, and it may seem like it's smushing your hair, but once you wake up in the morning, you just shake it out, you'll see that the shape is still going to be there, no matter if you feel like it's getting smushed or not. As long as it's a loose pineapple and you have a satin little bonnet, then you should be good. Number 3, using products that work for you. Not what products that worked for me, not what products that works for her, him, her, anybody else. What works for you. It's going to be a lot of trial and error. Like for me, for instance, I realized coconut oil, for some odd and unknown reason, just doesn't work with my hair that well, but olive oil works for my hair better. So it's something that you got to keep trying and being consistent with, trying new products and trying new things and realizing what works for you. It's not going to be like a week process unless you can ball out like that and buy all those products to try. If you can, by all means, go ahead and try. But it's going to be a longer process to figure out what works for you and what your hair likes and what works. Number 4, no heat. No heat, no heat, no heat. Now, don't get me wrong, I flat iron my hair. I'm not against it. I know, there are some curly girls that are like, no heat ever. I'm like, I need to be realistic. I like to see my hair straight sometimes, but I don't do it as often. So, what I would suggest for me, for instance, I have not flat ironed my hair since June of this year. So if you go longer periods without flat ironing your hair will thank you, and your hair will also help you by showing you what products works for your hair, like I said before. So it'll all balance out, but yeah, heat, all it does is you lose your curl pattern. Your frizz jumps through the roof because your hair lost all that moisture. Now it's going to take so long for it to get back to where it needs to be. Especially if you weren't taking care of your hair before flat ironing, your hair, it's not gonna result it's not going to show any good results. And we have number 5, cinco, is number 5, you must have patience. Patience, patience, patience. I know people are out there that want it quick and they want their hair to be curls popping, you know, just from doing like a week or 2 of deep conditionings, but that's not how it works. Trust me, I literally have been dealing with it. I know it takes a long time, and all I wanted to do was straighten my hair, but it almost felt like more work to straighten it. So I was like, you know what? I committed myself and I just put my all into it, and now I'm definitely starting to see more results from me deep conditioning all the time, from me doing the satin bonnet with the loose pineapple at night, no heat, and I found out, you know, what products really work good for me. So it's all about having patience and taking that time to do the things you have to do to get your curls and your natural hair to where it, you know, needs to be. Because just because something works for me doesn't mean it's always going to work for somebody else. So it's all about getting through it and doing what you need to do. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I promise I will continue to come up with more videos. And leave any comments below if you have any comments, concerns, questions at all. I love hearing back from people. That's what I want. I want to help everybody the best that I can. I'm not a professional. I'm not an expert. I'm just sharing my story and my top 5 of how to reduce the frizz in your hair. So again, thank you guys for watching. And if you haven't subscribed, or hit that thumbs up button to give it a thumbs up. And thank you guys again.